degrees too warm. I think I was 5 degrees too warm on that. So this is the pork bellies. So remember we took that 12-pound pork belly, still kind of sticky on the outside from the seasoning, so I'm leaving it on the cookie cutter. And we covered it with all of our seasonings and spices along with the Prague curing salt, Prague powder #1 curing salt. And look how much, it's going to kind of be hard to see because look how much liquid is in here now. See all that? Oops, there we go. See all this liquid? This is all water that is being drawn out of this meat. Now this is still pretty, I mean, I don't care that it's flexible because it's going to be flexible, but I'm looking for a little bit more firmness when I squeeze it. So I am probably going to cure this an additional, today is day 7, at 5 o'clock or 5:30 this evening, it will be day 7 on this cure. I'm going to let this cure for probably another 2 or 3 days. I am hoping that I can put this into, because after the final cure here, then we're going to take it out. I'm going to rinse them really good, put some fresh cracked pepper on them, put them on a rack on top of the cookie sheet, and it's going to go in my refrigerator, not in the bag. I want them out of the bag because I need a pellicle to form on the outside and dry out some of that moisture, because again, moisture is the enemy when it comes to cured foods and canned foods. So we want to get all that moisture off. So we're going to rinse all the brine off, put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, no cover on it, let it completely dry out. Then it goes on the smoker, 225, for about 3 hours. Whew. Geek Boy, hello, how are you? Oh, is that where Derek went? No, Derek actually is he's playing with a group of his bluegrass buddies. So they've got a bass player, a guitar player, he's the banjo player, and I think later a mandolin player is going to be joining them. And I always joke, a mandolin player, what are you guys slicing onions or potatoes? But I'm doing very well. We've got 15 minutes for these jars of sliced nectarines to come out. And what I could do, I could start making another batch of I don't need this. This I'll use later. So this I do need, because this is what we're going to, yeah, but that's what I was going to do. I'm going to check, hang on, let me get 2 other books. In many cases in canning, one way is the right way, okay? So when you're doing tuna, you pack it in your jars, you leave an 1.5 inch headspace, you process it for 100 minutes. No matter what book you look at, that's the right way to do it. But in other things can be a little different. Maybe the syrup is heavier, extra spices are added. Processing times seem to all be the same. So let's do, did you know you can can peanuts? Just saying. I have 2 different recipes in here, Judy, for canned peanuts. So let's do 146 on this one. Let's see what this one says. Boop. Okay. Wash, peel, drain, combine. Whoa. I have to send this up. I got to send this. I've not used this book for pie filling, but I have to send this recipe up to our PhD food scientist person. This is a huge. Jane, are you still here? Wow, that is amazing. Jane, do you have this book? Jane is one of my Master Food Preserver volunteers, one of the folks I trained here recently. Jane, if you have that book, check out page 146. Check out the peach pie filling. Check out the 4th ingredient on the peach pie filling. I'm setting this up to joy. I cannot believe Ball has that in here. So what's in here, guys? So one thing we know is that we never put pasta into like if you're making soup, you don't add pasta. You put all your other stuff in there, and then when you're getting ready to make your soup, you pour your soup into the pot to cook, then you add your pasta and serve your dinner. You don't add rice, same thing. You add your rice at the end. We don't cook with anything that has dairy, so we don't put milk or cream into any of our products. You add those after you've opened the jar up and put it into the pan. You don't add flour as a thickener or anything else on there. And look at what they're adding, Jane. Fourth ingredient, a half a cup of flour. That, I cannot wait. I'm setting this up to Joy. Joy's our PhD on campus. That blows my mind. You know what? Hang on. We've been having a lot of issues with Ball lately. When I say we, I mean the extensions, the food scientists, NCHFP. But I'm really curious. That is, I mean, can you believe that, Jane? What would you, I mean, if somebody called you up and says, yeah, can I add a half a cup of flour to my peaches to thicken them before I can them? First thing you'd say is, no, you cannot. Wow, well, I'm glad I looked that up. So what I'm trying to find, this is a recipe book. It's not a manual. It's just recipes. I'm just looking to see if they had something in here. No, they don't. Well, and that's what's funny. This is the most current book. Ball made no changes to this book in the last 4 years. So this came out in 2014. It's had no changes in all that time. The other book that I have is this one. No changes. This has been 2010, I think, on this book. There is the one. I'm making peach pie filling. So they're using flour as a thickener. But we've all been taught since way back, you don't add any starches unless it's a modified cornstarch known as clear gel as your thickener. So this just absolutely blows me away. So Ball has another book. This is the complete book to home preserving. The other one has a complete book of canning. Now it doesn't have meats in it. It's just chutneys, fruits, stuff like that. I don't think there's any pressure canning in the book. I think it's all water bath canning. But they were calling for lemon juice. And in some recipes they call it for fresh, and in some recipes they were calling for bottled. And the recipes that called for bottled was for safety. It must be 5% acidity. The ones that were calling for fresh was, it's just for flavor. You don't have to use the expensive bottled stuff in there. But people don't know the difference, and they didn't explain the difference. So some people are like, well, that recipe said I could use fresh. This one says I have to use bottled. I don't have bottled, so I'm going to use fresh. And lemons really vary in acidity level. So that absolutely blows my mind on that. So this one wants us to combine the peaches. Oh, peach pie filling. This is a peach pie filling with peaches and apples? Not amused. 9 minutes, and then we let that sit for 5. Choose peach varieties to ensure. I don't want to do this like the pie. Ooh, hey, do I have any pectin? I could do some jam. It's Kitchen Confidence is here. Can we get a shout out for Kitchen Confidence, please? You guys, go watch this guy. I'm telling you, take the 10 seconds it takes to click on his name. Or do I have it in here? Cerise is all over it. Don't have to worry about it. Between Cerise and, I thought I had that in. I only have 4 on here yet. I'm still learning how to use this device. But go follow his stream, guys. You're doing Thai food all week this week. He did pad Ki Mao yesterday. That is my favorite Thai dish. Most people know it as drunken noodles. Excuse me. Love that dish. But You know, he talks about having confidence in the kitchen for new cooks. You know, he's a professional chef. He's culinary trained. I'm culinary trained, but I'm not necessarily a professional chef. I've never worked in a commercial kitchen. I admire the people who have because of the whole different skill sets that they learn in prepping and all that kind of stuff. But he also gives you the confidence to try new things. And because of him, I'm trying spring rolls. I'm going to try spring rolls because of KC. One, they're beautiful. So I even went and bought, so first I bought, I don't know what these are for, KC, because I don't know what this is. I don't know what this word means, what this means. But these are too tiny. These are only, I'm gonna go turn that air down. These are like 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches in diameter. So these are the smallest. But then I bought these. You can see the difference in size. I mean, this is a lot bigger. So I bought these for the spring rolls. This says spring rolls wrapper. This says no cooking, just dip. But I don't know what bon trong means. Doesn't bon mean bread? Does that mean like bread substitute? Bread, oh, okay, so that probably means a bread, like it says here, bread or tortilla alternative, that probably means bong trong, so they both work. So this would be like little, I can use little baby shrimps, baby shrimps. Okay, 6 minutes and those are done. So I bought them both to try them both. Do you put a sauce in the spring rolls, or do you just do the blanched veggies? Hey, I'm checking what he set the AC at, because I'm dying here right now. I'm going to turn it down. He's not here. He's not going to know. How would he know? Yeah. How would he know? Yeah. So in the hallway, they always put the thermostat in the coolest part of the house, or the area of the house that has the least air circulation, usually your hallway. So in the hallway, it's 81 degrees. On my temperature gauge there, which includes this big room and dining room and kitchen, it says 88, so I turn that down. Tiny rolls. I've only worked in school kitchen. Hey, that's great experience, Smathers. Great experience. Well, it's hotter. Let me see how hot it is right now, because I've still got 5 minutes to wait on that. I'm going to start cutting up some more stuff for some more peach filling, some more pie. It's currently 99 outside, which is what they said our high would be, but our high never kicks in until 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, whatever our temperature is, that's usually our high. So yeah, it gets warm. It's getting very warm today. I'm going to take this white towel. I don't know what our humidity is outside. Let me see what it says for our humidity. Now I'm curious. Let's see, it shows our humidity. Well, outside humidity says 33%, inside humidity says 44%. That's probably because I have these water bath canners going. Is that still? Yep, still boiling, still going good. The boil that's, I don't know if you guys can see it, but the boil that's happening on this one here, you notice the lid isn't bouncing. Atomic Widget, hello. How are you? Happy Wednesday to you. It's not bouncing. It's not. It's just boiling inside there, doing its thing. So yeah, I am not. Wow, that just really, really shocks me on that. On this book here. Now I can't wait to. Let's see what this one says, 109. Yeah, it's the same recipe. That's the same recipe I was doing. So Sunday, guys. Sunday, we're doing Bob's Burgers. I've flagged a couple of them in here, but the two that intrigued me the most for Sunday was the Home for the Cholidays burger, which has it's a beef hamburger. So we're doing The latke. So we're making the potato cakes, the latke, and done on a challah bread. So that one looked really, really good. And then the other recipe I was looking at was a leek of their own, which I thought was kind of cute. And this one also comes with a leek potato soup on the side. So we're not doing French fries on the side of this one. So those will probably be and this one's done with lamb, and I think maybe the challah one's done with lamb. Maybe the challah one is done with lamb. Baby, you can drive my car. No, that one's ground beef. And then this one is lamb. Okay, so the a leek of their own burger is a lamb burger. So it's going to be a Greek burger. We've got a Greek burger going on, so that's going to be our two burgers for Sunday. And hopefully the internet won't go out like I did last time. Was it the internet or was it my power that went out? That was a while. I did two. I did a good manchego was hard to find. I'm trying to remember what the other Bob's Burger was that I did. Anyway, right before plating, everything goes out, and I'm like, okay, just wait, it should all come back on. And it was power, and it didn't, and we waited, and even our generator's supposed to kick in, but our generator we have turned off right now. I mean, I can go out there and turn it on and actually have it come on, but I don't right now because if we're gone, I'm not getting the notices. So I've got to get it to where I get the notices. So if we're gone for like 2 weeks, I don't want that generator running 24/7 while we're gone. It's like it can come on for 4 hours a day to keep the freezers cold, and that's all I need. I just got some great stuff from the butcher store. Hamburger, steak, stew. Oh, you got all the good stuff. You got all the good stuff. A leek of their own. I see what they did there. You should read some of the titles in here. Hold on 1 minute. I'm going to turn off that. So some of them, it's fun to eat at the YMCA burger. YMCA. If looks could kale. Hummus Atun burger. I thought that one was clever. I've created a Munster, which is for Munster cheese. Where's the other one? Resting peas. So one of the first burger, what started all this was in the very first episode, Louise erases the burger of the day and writes her own. That was called the Child Molester Burger. It comes with candy. I'm surprised people did not call in and I'm just surprised that was not the end of Bob's Burgers from the very beginning, but I thought that was absolutely hysterical. All right, so we're going to put our other ones here. I'm going to move all this stuff out of the way. Baby, you can drive my car. Oh, that's another one. Baby, you can chive my burger. Is it Baby, you can chive my burger? And they do the fried pickles on the side as wheels, which I thought was hysterical. Okay, we don't need this right now. This is where if I was working in a commercial kitchen right now, I'd be like, oh, I see we're out of a few things. I'm going to head to the walk-in and go grab those. 2 hours later, has anybody seen Kanara? Nope, she said she's going to go in and get some, I guess I better turn the fire off. She was going to go get some chives out of the walk-in, and we haven't seen her since. I'd be like, okay. Kanara has left the building. All right, opening that up away from me. It's funny, and you'll learn this as you continue canning and you continue doing more stuff. I can look in there right now, and I can probably tell you which ones are going to seal and which ones won't. Cooking breakfast, and I heard that burger name. They've got so many good burger names in here. I mean, some of them I wonder at the flavor profile. But they actually, what started, the whole thing that started this was a guy, they talk about his name in here. They talk about it. They weren't going to do this book. This book never had anything, was not going to have anything to do with the book. Where's that? His name is Cole. Where's Cole? Oh, Cole Bowden. So Cole Bowden did to Bob's Burgers what, I can't remember what her last name was, Julia did to Julia Childs. Remember the movie Julia? Where she decided to write a blog and start cooking through the art of mastering French cooking. And thus became well known, and of course the book was written and the movie was made about it. He did the same thing for the Bob's Burgers on the show. He started keeping a database of all of the burgers of the day and started to create them and put them on his blog. So the writers of the show contacted him, so he became part of the show to develop some of these burgers. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing to find out. Oh, I forgot to set my timer for 5 minutes because I get to talking. We get to yammering on. Let's put some. The marking doesn't show here anymore, I don't think. Even though this is a cutting board, I am still putting down towels